Hi, this is Nicholas Bell with IONCINEMA here to review Let Them All Talk, aka The Fall of 2019, the latest film directed by Steven Soderbergh, which will be available on HBO Max December 10th, 2020. I was very pleasantly surprised and actually kind of taken aback at how meaningful I thought this film was. I think it's definitely the most exciting thing Soderbergh has done since he came out of his self-imposed retirement earlier last decade. Certainly more than Logan Lucky. And you know, Unsane and High Flying Bird and The Laundromat had elements that were interesting in them, but I think this feels like the most cohesive, meaningful thing. He's once again, of course, reunited with Meryl Streep, who unfortunately was in brownface in The Laundromat. She stars as Alice, a notable writer of high esteem. We learn she's introduced to her new agent, Karen, played by Gemma Chan, because her old agent Sonia has retired, which she's kind of bothered by. The publisher is very keen on getting a look at the manuscript she's been working on for some time, because they hope it's a sequel to her major hit, which is called You Always, You Never, which gets brought up several times and is a plot point. At the same time, she has been awarded the Footling Prize, which is apparently a notable prize that writers bestow upon other writers. It's not given annually. It's a big deal, but she has to go to the UK to get it. She's terrified of flying, so Karen arranges for her to take a cruise on the Queen Mary 2 and cross the Atlantic to collect her prize. Alice uses this as an opportunity to invite some friends, including two college classmates that she hasn't really spoken to for decades, Susan, played by Dianne Wiest, and Roberta, played by Candice Bergen. She also takes along her nephew, Tyler, played by Hedges. So all of these people together, we realize that Alice has a very prickly attitude. She only wants to meet them for dinner because she's working on her manuscript. Meanwhile, Gemma Chan is also stowed herself on board and puts herself in the orbit of Tyler so she can glean as much information as she can, including if and when she should confront Alice on this cruise. As the puppet master, Meryl has decided that they're all going to visit the grave of this obscure Welsh writer named Blodwen Pugh, whose novel The Realm of the Owl she forces them to read on the cruise, which is also a juxtaposition with the handsome, notable pulp writer who churns books out every 3 to 4 months, who is also on board, which gets Alice's hackles raised as well. Eventually, we learn that Alice, her hit novel, was really ripping off the actual life of Roberta, who's very bitter about this, because the fallout was that Roberta, once married to a wealthy man, was able to use that likeness in the novel for details aren't given to that degree, but uses that likeness in the novel to not pay her any alimony. So she's destitute. We meet her selling lingerie in a demeaning episode with a customer. So she feels that Alice is just trying to glean more information for the sequel. The publisher is hoping that it's going to be a sequel. And then we have Dianne Wiest, who's a very lovely glue in between these two strong personalities. I did think that Hedges was well utilized as her nephew in a one-sided kind of romantic interest with Gemma Chan. It played in a way that I wanted that same kind of scenario that he's in French Exit to play out. This is loosely based on the script by Deborah Eisenberg, her first script that Soderbergh only used the concept of, while the actors actually improvise most of their dialogue in the storyline, which you wouldn't even notice. If you like any of these three ladies, I think that it is a must-see film, but I really think Candice Bergen kind of walks away with the greatest energy of it, the most surprising flair for something I've seen her in for a while. Overall, I would give Let Them All Talk 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you.
Hey, this is Eric from IONCINEMA.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.